Alright, welcome back, or welcome to my channel, or welcome back, whatever it is. Hopefully this isn't too long a video. I'm going to show you how to make an impact component that collides, so when something collides with something, it'll make a sound, and it'll be specific to a material type thing. So like if it's metal, it'll hit the metal, and if it's concrete, it'll sound like it's hitting concrete based on the sounds. You have to make the sounds, but, well, I have sounds that you guys can have, but it's not my sounds, but I can put them in the description for testing purposes. So first thing you're going to want to do is, if you haven't already, make a main folder. I name mine _main. I set the color to that. Make a folder called blueprints, and then you're gonna components. Okay, so in the components folder, you're going to want to make a blueprint class. I can't speak English. Actor component, and you're going to name this bpc underscore impact component. Impact component. You don't need those. Those can just screw themselves. You're going to make a custom event. This custom event is going to be called impact event. And this will be the heart of everything. You're going to want to make 3 variables. First one will be called velocity. I can't spell for the life of me. Nope, not velocity. Velocity. Thank you. Make that a float. Location. Make that a vector, not a text. A vector. And then hit event. So you're going to want to name that hit. Type in hit result. And that's the starting. So you're going to want to create 2 variables right here. One called velocity min and velocity max. And the velocity max will be 500 and the velocity min will be 30. So make sure these are set. Also put instance editable and expose on spawn. That's very important. And right here, changeable. And then go right here, click the drop down, changeable. And these are just so it's easier to see. So from this part, you're going to want to do that and click B, which will create a branch. So from the condition, you're going to do more than or equal to. And you're going to want to get velocity. So if velocity is more than or equal to velocity min, if it is, then we're going to want to create a sequence, which is multiple things at one time, which allows us to do a delay, which drag out and click D or just type in delay. It's not hard. You want to do random float in range, and this part is just to make it so it doesn't spam and hurt your eardrums real bad. That is not what I wanted. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to actually type it in. Fun. Do once. There we go. Put that on reset and then there. So this part is to stop the spam, and we're gonna signify that by prevent spam, so that this will prevent the spam and it will stop it from raping your eardrums, to say it lightly. I'm gonna get taken down for that one. We're gonna need a is valid node right here. Not that type of is valid, is valid. This one with the question mark, because we're gonna want to spawn sound at location. And on the sound, we're going to need a select node. And that's going to need to be there. So we're going to make this look nice, because in Unreal Engine, everything needs to look nice, otherwise you're a maniac. And it's really simple. Man, I don't know how to make this look nice. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, nothing's in index, so we're gonna want to drag out hits. And actually, I need to show you guys how to do something first. So you're gonna want to get edit, project settings, And on project settings, you're going to want to go down to, is it physics? Yeah, physics. Okay, you're going to want to go to physics under engine, and under physical surface, you're going to want to make them. So I made them already because I already recorded this and realized that it didn't show my screen because I'm slow. You're going to want to make them. And once you plug in the hits, it will not work because this games or this Unreal Engine, what the hell? Oh yeah, you need to get surface type. I'm slow. Get surface type. Okay, so you're gonna then all of them will pop up right there. So I'm gonna make this down. Okay. And these are the sounds. And right here, I'm just gonna plug in location right now. So make sure you plug in location to location. So that works. And honestly, yeah. So we're gonna set the sound to be higher and lower based on how fast it hits, I'm thinking. So drag on that and type in map ranged clamped. And right here we'll type in 1.5 and 0.1. Get velocity max, put that in A, velocity min, put that in B, and put that into volume multiplier. And we're gonna name this set sound to be higher / lower based on velocity. Yeah, and that'll do exactly what the name says. It'll set sound to be higher or lower based on the velocity. And so we're going to need to make these. So we're going to promote a variable. We're going to default sound. And we're going to instance editable expose on spawn and name this sounds, because we don't want them to be in the changeable because that's going to be a bloody mess. And so right now you can skip this part. So you're just going to duplicate them consistently until you get all your all your sounds set up. Concrete sand, wood, metal. Okay. So grass goes to grass, obviously. Concrete goes to concrete. Sand goes to sand. Wood goes to wood. Oops. Metal goes to metal, not wood. Metal goes to metal. And this way, it'll show up. And that, promote attenuation settings to variable, instance editable, expose on spawn, changeable. Okay. I'm thinking that should be it. Get and set sound based on phys material. And I like to comment my things just so I know what they do. Impact event. It's always good to get in the habit of commenting, because if you ever work on a team or anything at some point, it'll be useful for them to know what it is and what it does as well. And it's just good all around. So now that we have this done, we have the component done, it works fine, it looks good, it looks beautiful. You're going to want to create a blueprint class, unless you already have one, obviously. But I'm going to create an actor, call this BP_cube. I'm going to open it. So I'm going to make a cube, and there's a very important parts that you need to keep into consideration. When you simulate physics, you need to scroll down. You need this enabled. If this is not ticked, it will not work. This is very important. Simulate generates hit events. Make sure that is ticked. Okay? Once you have that, you need to add the impact components. And you see all of our stuff right here, and my headphones turned off, which doesn't matter, it's fine. if these aren't here, I'm gonna turn it on again though. If they aren't there, then you did something wrong. You probably didn't click instance editable and expose on spawn, or you just have to scroll and find it. But and my Xbox turned on. Hold on. So you're gonna want to set these, but we don't have sounds yet. So sounds. I'm gonna make a link to. Make a link to these. So you want to right click. Is that right? Yeah, right click and create queue. So concrete. I'm gonna name it default queue. So you see how it's all basic and it's playing the same sound. We don't want that, so we'll type in a modulator. And what a modulator is, please let me speak English, thank you, is it does that. It changes the pitch. I guarantee that's how Minecraft does it in their different way. But it's quite useful. Changes the pitch. You want to change that to get cube on component hit. And on component hit, you're going to want to get impact component, impact event. And this is the event that we just created. Put hit to hit, you're going to break hits, and put location into location. And for the velocity, we're going to want to drag out cube, or the mesh that you're using, to make the sound. You want to get component velocity. And since this wouldn't just plug in, we need to make it length. So vector length, which turns it into a float. Plug that in, and it should work, theoretically. Impact comp. So if we put the cube in, we put it up a little bit, we simulate, it works. Try that again. I don't know if you guys can't hear that, can you? Okay, I gotta change my, hold on. Audio capture device. First monitor, there we go. Okay, you guys should be able to hear now. Yeah, there you go. You guys probably couldn't hear the cue either. There you go, you can now. But it works really well. I mean, you can just throw it around, you can hear it and stuff. It's a pretty good component. It's really useful for this. It's quite useful for VR as well. If you're making a VR game and you want your objects to make a sound, it's quite useful. I use this on all of my games that need it. And this is gonna be the end of the video. Jesus loves you. I love you. That doesn't sound weird. Don't make that weird. Have a good one.